And today I'm going to tell you about trifle. This has been an English recipe since the 18th century. It's gone through very different phases, not changed that much. Basically, it's about cake dipped in alcohol with custard, fruit and cream, and that's it. You do the layering, you make all the things in advance, and you use whatever fruit you like. Some people used to use jelly, but that's a bit gone out of fashion, and so now people sometimes put a layer of jam. But there again, I've changed this, and I put mashed raspberries instead. But what you'll see when you look at my 5-minute demonstration is that you can change and add what you like, and then it'll come out to your taste. But one thing I guarantee, and it's this: you get it all ready, do all the layers, put it in the fridge, and then when your guests are there, you bring it out and put it on the table. What I can promise is that they will all say, wow.
To start making the trifle, you need custard. I've made some before, and now I'm going to show you how to do it. Put together in a pan 2 eggs, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of plain flour, and 200 ml of milk, that's 7 fluid ounces. Keep whisking over medium heat until it's thick, and then you can pour it out into a bowl and leave it to cool down. Now to make the whipped cream that goes on the top. Just pour into a large bowl about 300 ml, 10 fluid ounces of cream. When you start whisking, you'll hear that it's going to be very noisy. Stop whisking when it's thick and just fold it gently. Now we can get ready with the sponge fingers, which form the base of the whole trifle. I'm pouring over 200 ml, 7 fluid ounces of sweet sherry. You don't want too much, you don't want them swimming in it. Depending on the shape of your bowl, you may need to cut them in half. Mine has a narrower bottom than it has the top. This is why I'm doing that. The next thing is to prepare some crushed raspberries to put on top of the sponge fingers. Some recipes say to use jam, but I prefer not to. I'm using fresh raspberries, and what you do is you simply mash the raspberries with a little bit of sugar. I prefer to use vanilla sugar because it just gives it a lovely taste, so sprinkle over about a spoon and a bit of sugar and then mash them with a fork. When you've done this, they're ready just to spoon on top of the sponge fingers. That will add moisture and flavour. Now here's the moment to spoon over the custard. Pour it on top of the sponge fingers and the raspberry mixture in quite a thick layer. Next comes a layer of cut strawberries. Just put them as much as you can all over the custard, covering it well. Now put on a second layer of the sponge fingers. They'll fit in quite well, and if there are any spaces, you can add a few more strawberries. Spoon on the rest of the custard and smooth it all over. Cover with the whipped cream. It's quite thick, and so it'll be of a thicker consistency than the custard, and you just need to spread it over the top. Now we're on the very last lap, decorating the top. I've got a lot more strawberries and raspberries to arrange on the top, strawberries in the middle, and a few little blueberries. And now one final touch, I've got some of the whipped cream inside a forcing bag, and I'm just piping it out into little rosettes. You don't have to do this. Don't worry if you don't have a piping bag. It'll still look and taste delicious. That trifle will serve about 6, but here's another idea. You can make it in glasses quite separately. So here are 2 little ones for 2 people. I've done exactly the same order of doing everything, just slightly smaller amounts. And here I am finishing off the last little bit with some little cream rosettes on the top and a few raspberries. If there's just 2 of you in the house, or even 1 of you, and you're going to eat both of them, it's a good idea to do a couple of small ones too. Keep it in the fridge till you're ready to eat it, and then tuck in. It is delicious.